welcome back to Planets and Problems, the astrology podcast by two girls who are not astrologers. I'm Atalia.
And I'm Ayesha.
And I'm a Sagittarius.
And I'm a Virgo.
And here we are again.
Welcome back, everybody. How are you?
I'm good. I've been thinking recently.
Right.
Fuck fake friends.
100%.
I think we need to start taking friendships a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who is constantly got friend drama, and we need to be treating our friendships as serious as how we treat relationships.
Is it me?
No. No. You have a situation as well. And it's just like, you know how you say to yourself like, oh, in a relationship, I won't let a guy treat me like this, you know, we don't take no prisoners.
Yeah.
It needs to be the same with friendships.
It does, I
You
agree.
need respect.
As soon as you said fake friends, it made me think of a line in Cardi B's featuring on this song that's going around on TikTok at the moment, and the line's like, the first line I think of her bit's like, fake bitch, that's why, wait.
You're butchering this.
I actually am. Fake bitch, that's why my, no, what is it? Fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigger.
Oh.
So it's just made me think of that.
Okay.
But yeah, fuck fake friends. Not even just fake friends, but like friends that don't treat you right, friends that don't like treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and the way that you treat them.
Yeah.
Because I actually can't be arsed anymore either. Like,
this is it. Yeah, I had a friend and she was my best friend.
yeah.
And then she actually just treated me like shit, and I realised one day I probably should have like broken up the friendship like 5 years before the day that I actually did. And I'm not going to sit here and say that like, oh, you know, I stopped being friends with her and then my life just suddenly changed and things got better, because no, because it didn't. It wasn't as sudden as that. It was like, I lost this person that used to make me laugh and I had a really good time with, and I haven't laughed like that since I've been with her. I haven't had that same laughter with anyone since her, which is sad, of course. But you know what else I've lost? I've lost a person that was always jealous of me. I've lost a person that would always try and put me down in front of other people. A person that used to try and embarrass me in front of guys, that always judged me, that would comment on my appearance, that would try and put me down. So as much as like I haven't gained anything, I've lost an awful lot, and all that's left is the love inside myself.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you said that you don't laugh, you've not laughed like you laughed with that person, because that is almost, I guess, romanticizing a little bit what you had with that person, which is what people do in romantic relationships. Yeah. So they might be like, oh yeah, like they still want the person that treats them like shit because the sex is really good, or because this is like this with them. And then that's when it can kind of become toxic, because you love that part of them because that's the only good part of them that you get. Yeah. So you just like grasp onto, for example, laughing together so much. You're grasping onto that bit, but that's the only good bit. Yeah. And people do that in like romantic relationships. Yeah, like you just remember the good. Yeah.
But then I have to remind myself, like, no, because for every good thing there was about that person, there were like 20 shit things.
Yeah, and you will laugh again.
And I'll laugh again, of course. If I want to laugh, I'll just go to a fucking comedy show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Don't get the laughter, but also get the horrible jealous person that was in your life.
Yeah.
So this is just a little sign for anyone that's got a friend who doesn't treat them the way that they should be treated. That friend that's left you on red. Yeah. That friend that doesn't come through with plans. The one that's always, you know, relying on you to make the plans or makes sly comments to you.
Yeah.
You know, ditch them, especially friends who like, and I've seen this happen before where people will say like, oh no, that's just what they're like they take ages to answer the phone. Well, I saw on their story that they were hanging out with other people, so it's literally just you that they're disrespecting.
Yeah.
Or they'll say like, oh, yeah, they're just like really like upfront and brutal. Like if I'm wearing a dress and they say it looks ugly on me, like I just know like I can just trust their opinion.
Yeah.
Well, that isn't how you should speak to your friend.
No.
So if you're trying outfits on and they're saying you look ugly, that isn't a person being upfront and honest. That's someone treating you like with disrespect and being a dick.
Yeah, I agree. And there'll be people out there that will be better friends. So, you know, there's so many people in the world. So, if someone's not treating you right, then don't stand there, like we say, not to stand in relationships that you're not happy in. We say the same about friendships. And I've cut off so many friends in my lifetime because jealousy, just even down to, I cut off some friends last year that I just did not feel like I was aligned with anymore. There was something that happened that I didn't like, but when it actually came down to me deciding not to be friends with them, it was because I didn't feel like we were aligned. Because, for example, all they had to talk about was like stuff from the past, and they just never had anything interesting to say. And I'm struggling with that at the moment with friends, that they don't have anything interesting to say. Not all friends.
Did you have fun, or were you fun and they were just there? That's been my favourite line that you've ever told me.
Honestly, yeah, I saw it on TikTok, and it was someone talking about the person that you're dating, but actually I felt like that in my whole life, like with everybody that I'm surrounded by. So yeah, fuck fake friends.
What have you got to tell me?
So mine's a little bit different, and it was so weird because it happened yesterday. And right, so I don't even know. Right, basically, last week I was on a walk with my dog, and on the way back from the walk, I saw this woman, and she was like walking towards me, and she was quite a bit older, probably like in her 60s, and I just had this overwhelming feeling that that's me.
Did she look like you?
Yeah, but like older. Not old, she didn't look old, she looked gorgeous. Didn't look, but she was obviously clearly an older lady, like the way she was dressed and stuff. And I was just like, that's me. And I just thought, that's really weird. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that is me. Like, maybe I still live here. And then moved on, didn't think about it. And yesterday, I went to my corner shop just to grab some eggs. And I'm in there, and it's really small. And mate, I saw you.
What the fuck? Why am I now involved?
You weren't older. It was like, it was you, like maybe when you were at uni or something like that, like a few years ago. And you were just carrying this stuff bundled. And you were just like walking like this, minding your own business. You were in the shop, and you looked at me, and I looked at you, and I just felt so weird. But I don't know if
Did they look like me?
Yeah, exactly.
No one looks exactly like me.
That's what I mean. I think it was a ghost. I think it was like the ghost of you, like from a few years ago.
Maybe I'm dead.
I don't think you're dead, but ghost can mean many things, and it can mean like literally a memory or something that's happened, so it doesn't necessarily...
Maybe I've been there before, because I used to live where you live now.
McCall's.
I've never been there.
The only one that we went in when you came.
No, I've not been there in my life.
But who was it? And I wonder if I'll ever see her again.
I hope so.
Because it was really
then you can
weird.
say, are you my sister? See what they say.
Honey, are we
Maybe it's just my doppelganger.
That's what scared me, and that's what I was thinking about.
I wish you captured them, because I want to meet... Well, do you die after you meet them?
I think so.
Never mind.
I think it means you're going to die. So that's what I was thinking. If I'm seeing these people that like kind of look the same, like I saw this person had this overwhelming feeling that was me and it looked like me, and then I saw someone else have an overwhelming feeling that was you and it looked like you. What does that mean?
That's
oh my god.
Mean something.
Can we just pause and take a very quick research break?
Back from the research break, what have you found out?
So I was hoping that it was gonna say that it's a sign of your manifestations coming true.
God bless you.
That's what I was hoping it was gonna say. It actually genuinely just means that you're gonna die, like it's an omen of death.
Oh, kind of like seeing a black cat.
Yeah. So now I'm scared. Especially after the dream that I had last night.
What, that your death is coming. Yeah, tell them about your dream, well, your sleep paralysis.
Okay, I feel like I should save that for the dream episode.
Basically, she thought she was gonna die last night. Tune in for the dream episode that's on its way. That dream episode is gonna be like 3 parts.
Yeah, no it is. It probably is gonna have to be 3 parts. Yeah, basically, there was just a part of it where I was having sleep paralysis and I couldn't move, and one part was where I could hear the guy that I'm seeing literally scream crying, please don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. And I genuinely thought I was dying because obviously I couldn't move. So that's great. Now I've read The Omen. Yeah, I'm actually slightly stressed, but let's move on to the affirmation of the week.
I don't think you're gonna die.
Okay.
I don't, like, I'd tell you.
Okay.
Maybe I wouldn't. But I wouldn't be acting like this.
I'm gonna have to call the psychic.
I wouldn't be telling you that you're not gonna die if I thought you were gonna die.
What if
okay?
I call the psychic and she goes, I can't see anything in your future?
And she starts making stuff up and you're like, I don't even have, like, I don't even live there.
That's my next life that she's predicting.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the affirmation of the week, and this is just a good one. Actually, I guess it kind of connects to the friendship thing that you were talking about. My worth is not defined by another person.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so please take that, use it, say it in the mirror, say it out loud, say it in your head, but in the mirror, look yourself directly in the eyes and say it.
I never do that.
You should try it.
I don't even do affirmations. I just kind of like remind myself every now and then. It's just like buried inside me. That's why I like a quote so much, because sometimes things will happen in my life and like that quote will just like flash in my mind and I'm like, yeah. But yeah.
I'll come back to you with a quote next week.
No one's better than you.
True.
There's no one person better out there than you. You are the centre of your own universe.
True.
Don't you dare let anybody else try and like change your own self-image.
You're on one this week.
Oh,
self-love.
mate. Yeah.
Literally. Right. Shall we go to our planet problems?
We can.
So, we are going to start with an interesting one. I'm a Leo. Oh, wait. Before I even say that, before I even start, please send your questions to planetsandproblems@gmail.com. We always forget to say it.
Yeah, we do.
And we say it right at the end. So if you've got any questions, send us your star sign, send us your questions, and we'll answer them. Thank you. I'm a Leo, and I like a Gemini and an Aquarius. Which am I most compatible with? I like them both in different ways, so this will be interesting to see. Also, which zodiac would I be most compatible with in general? So I've got a Leo, and they like a Gemini and Aquarius. Which are they most compatible with?
Leo and Gemini, or Leo and Aquarius. I'm saying Gemini.
Are you?
I am, yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because people talk about how compatible Sagittarius and Gemini are. I'm thinking Leo and Sagittarius are pretty similar. They're both fire signs. Switching the Leo for a Sagittarius, Leo and Gemini could have something fun going on.
Okay, well, it's interesting that you'd say that, because I read somewhere and it was saying that the Gemini will get the party started and the Leo will keep it going.
Wow. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love a quote.
Yeah, well, we know you do. We know you do. So yeah, I thought that was quite good, because obviously Leo's got that stamina.
Yeah.
But the Gemini, I think we were saying in the last episode, they've got the charisma.
Yeah,
they've got the fun.
execution.
So they're getting the party started. The Leo is keeping it going.
I love that, yeah. Fuck Aquarius. I don't know who this Aquarius is, but forget them. Leo and Aquarius, I don't know. Maybe it could work, but when I'm thinking of like a dream romantic couple, it's not them.
Yeah, and I think that I don't think they're a dream romantic couple. When I was reading about those two together, I've read that basically a Leo is like, obviously they quite like to be the centre of attention, and they often require like to fit in. So they they want to be the centre of attention, but they want to, like, they need the, what do you call it, like, validation. Approval. Whereas Aquarius want to stand out a little bit more and don't actually want to be the same as everybody else.
Yeah, they're non-conformist. They couldn't care less about the attention being on them. Yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it. Yeah. So yeah, and then just in general with Leo, who would you put them with?
I think we've said this before. Another Leo.
Yeah, Leo and Leo.
Leo and Leo, please. Get that party started and keep it going, Leo and Leo.
It might never start because they're too busy battling over like who's the centre of attention. The party may never start. That's why I need to swoop that Gemini in there. Yeah, so yeah, I would say Leo and Leo are my favourite, but out of your Gemini and your Aquarius, 100% go Gemini. Gemini. I'm not okay this week. This is the nicest thing we've ever said about Gemini.
Oh, it actually is, isn't it? It actually is.
Men want their Venus to be the sun sign of their partner, and women want their rising sign to be the sun of their partner. I've seen this happen and I know it does.
So basically it's saying that men want their Venus wherever their Venus sits. So let's say the man's Venus is Scorpio. They want their partner to be a Scorpio. Their sun sign. And women, let's say their rising sign is a Leo, just because that's mine. They would then want their partner to be a Leo, their sun sign to be a Leo.
Okay.
That's interesting, isn't it?
That is interesting. Are we talking about like that's what works?
Yeah.
So we're saying like, oh yeah, they know it does.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know
because I haven't actually seen it, but I love the idea of it.
Yeah,
because
I mean, try it. I mean, it's a bit late for us now, but
I'm not the biggest fan of Leos, but I think that's because like maybe my own insecurity is of that I actually want to be the centre of attention, and I see Leos being the centre of attention. So I obviously am a Leo rising, and I find it hard. I've never really liked Leos, but thinking about it. Now I've got over that. Would I like a Leo partner? Potentially.
Really?
Yeah, because then they would like take over every social situation. So where I feel like people want me to be like loud and over the top in social situations because people seem to want that from me, I wouldn't have to be that because they would be that. Mm-hmm. And I've always said that I would like someone that's like really confident. Yeah. So there's my Leo.
Okay, so what am I? Would I want to be with a Sagittarius? No.
Oh yeah,
that's my rising sign.
This one, yeah, you've said that before. So that's it for you.
That's it for me, and then we could do with like a man on the podcast to
say their Venus would be the sun sign. Because I guess that makes sense because Venus is the love planet.
Yeah.
So they would want the partner to have the traits.
Yeah.
So that would actually make a lot of sense. I just don't know anyone. I can't remember anyone's Venus.
No, I think I'm Scorpio or Capricorn. I can't remember.
No, I'm a Scorpio Venus.
You're a Scorpio. I think I'm Capricorn because we looked at one episode.
But then my Venus is the person that I'm seeing's sun sign.
And it works.
It does work. And
so then if I'm Capricorn, that means that Capricorn would have to be with me. For that analogy to work.
And you don't want that.
I don't want a Capricorn either.
They might want you.
I don't think they want me either. I've never attracted one Capricorn man in my life, not one day.
Right, let's move on. Well, this is how they've started it. They've started it with well. I love that. Well, I feel like the best combo in the world is a Sagittarius and a Gemini. I mean, they are compatible with signs from the same element as well, but it's just something about the talks, the time they spend together, that just makes them the fucking best thing. Also, I don't know about you, but the worst stupid type of people are Cancer men. I don't know, but I've never met a normal Cancer man that's given me a good impression.
First of all, I keep hearing it. I literally talked about it earlier. I keep hearing about this Sagittarius and Gemini connection, and I don't like it. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but the thing is, the only reason you don't like Geminis is because my experience with Geminis.
No, I've had my own experience with Geminis. I dated a Gemini twin.
Right. Ew.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So you don't agree that they're the best together?
I mean, maybe I'd have to give it another shot.
Did you have
Like,
really good conversations?
No.
Did you have really good time together when you were spending time together?
No, we had nothing in common.
Oh.
And he was really, I think this might have just been because he was a twin, but it was really like competitive. And things always had to be like, he always had to be right.
Yeah, that sounds like Gemini.
Like there was no conversation like back and forth, like counter argument. It was like he was right and I was stupid. That's what it was. So that's my experience with a Gemini. But I'm intrigued because I'm like, I don't know, I've never met any other Gemini man and like been blown away by the conversation.
I don't think I've ever been blown away by a Gemini man's conversation at all. No. Sorry. Even though they're supposed to be really good at communication.
Okay, next.
Well, the next bit was, I don't know about you, but the worst type is Cancer men.
Don't know, we talked about this.
Yeah, we literally talked about it on the last episode, which I think is hilarious that someone has actually said that they've never met a normal Cancer man that's given them a good impression.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I always hear bad things about Cancer men. What are they? Are they like under the radar, like going like, it's always the underdog? People, you know, think in their head, the worst type of men, we've got Pisces, Gemini. Cancer men are just getting away with murder.
Cancer men are like purposely not telling people the star sign so that they don't get a bad rep. Basically.
Yeah, they've got it figured out.
But yeah, I've not had a good impression, but our little brother is a Cancer, so no Cancer bad vibes here. But obviously that's not in a romantic way.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like if he does start to go into like having a romantic relationship.
Yes.
How he approaches that, especially with our dad's history of relationships.
Right, okay. Do you think dogs' behaviour reflects their star sign?
Oh! Well, how am I supposed to answer this? You have a dog.
Yeah, but you know the dog.
She's a Libra, he.
Yeah. She's a Libra, yeah.
She's a Libra. Actually, before we get into that, I found out about Libras and why they're balanced.
Why?
So...
can you just explain?
I think this is bullshit.
Right,
so,
just explain because what we were bitching about Libras, because we were saying in one of our previous episodes that we don't think Libras are balanced. Because everyone says that they're balanced and we think, well I think that they're extreme, one extreme or the other. I don't agree that they're balanced, so we wanted to know why people think they're balanced. Go.
So, it's not why people think they're balanced, this is why they get the title.
Scales,
so
don't
they have the scales, and this represents their thrive for equilibrium in the world in general, like within their life.
Oh. So they want it.
Yeah, they want equality, which is bullshit because our mother's a Libra and she would always scream at me when I'd say like, oh, it's not fair. She'd be like, life isn't fair. And it's like, mate, you're a Libra, she was, life isn't fair. Well, you should be thriving. You should be striving for this equilibrium of life being fair because you're a Libra.
Yeah.
So you failed at that, your scales are tipped up.
Yeah. That's interesting to know. But in terms of, well, I guess we don't have to. It doesn't have to necessarily be dogs. It could be animals. Do animals have star signs?
Well, let's talk about Nelly, your dog in particular.
Nelly, my dog in particular.
Does she?
Is she messy? Yes.
No. Does she have a willingness to achieve equilibrium in the world?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think about Nelly being a Libra all the time, especially because it's not long been her birthday and she's just turned 2, so she's really got a full personality now. And attention seeking, yes, but like not a normal level of dog attention seeking. Like I know dogs love attention, this is like another level of attention seeking that Nelly requires. Messy, yes. But then is she also a people pleaser? Yes. So they're the main ways that I describe a Libra, and I would say she does fit a Libra. Now, I also live with another dog that's not my dog, and he's a boy, and he's a Sagittarius. And
you need to be careful.
He's a Sagittarius. Like, he just is, especially Sagittarius man, like, Mr. like non-committal.
Non-committal?
Yeah.
What does a dog have to commit to?
You as like their owner. Like, as soon as like someone else comes in, he's in love with them and not the owner. She's always moaning that like he doesn't even like me. As in her.
Loves everybody.
Yeah, and then like, but he's very adventurous as well. Like, he's I say to him, I pick him up all the time and I say, do you want me to set you free? I'll set you free if you want to feel like you need to set him free. So yes, I do think it will affect them, but I think there must be some sort of hindrance in just because we have human personality traits.
There'll be like a book for like there'll be like an animal astrology book.
There will.
Yeah.
There will.
And I'm gonna read it and get back to you.
And get back to you.
Right, so on to our planet problem, and I've got the question this week. And I want you to give me your answer and then one sentence as to why, and then we'll get into it.
Whoa. I feel like why am I at school?
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
My question is, do you think there is more good in the world than bad?
Okay. Yes.
Because
I think that the bad is what is highlighted, and I think good things happen all day, every day, all the time. Even the fact that the sun comes up and we don't necessarily like talk about it, we're not like grateful for it. And also, you know, in terms of like the media and stuff like that, bad stuff gets more attention than good stuff. So we're constantly surrounded by, oh, this happened and this happened and this person died and this person almost died and 5 people were murdered and blah blah blah, because that's what gets clicks and that's what gets attraction. So yes, I do think so.
That was more than one sentence, but we'll just add a few commas in there, it'll be fine. Yeah, I think so. I think I agree. I agree, yeah.
Well, can you have a sentence as well?
No, that was just for you.
Oh.
Well, I already knew mine. My answer was yes.
Because,
like you said, good things happen every day. There just is more good in the world, because if there was more bad in the world, we wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be hanging around much longer if there was more bad than
we don't have a choice, mate.
Well,
there's only one way to exit.
There is one way to get out.
There's one way to exit.
If I was in this world, I came to this world.
Yeah.
Say like you could just teleport to different places. I came to this world and I saw that there was more bad than good. I would leave.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that there's more good. Obviously, it's not that simple. But I think there's a lot more people would be trying to escape. There's an awful lot. Now, bad is bad, but sometimes the good is great.
True. I think there's so much bad, but I think like I said, the bad is what is highlighted to us, and the bad makes us feel bad, and the good stuff we take for granted. And I'm sure everyone's got a completely different life, but I know like when something bad happens to me, it's a catastrophe. And you know, I'm upset, etc. But then like if something like normal that's good that happens, let's say I went outside and there was a scratch on my car, and like I'd be like, oh, there's a scratch on my car, that's so annoying, that's ruined my day, blah blah blah. But if I went outside and like the sun was out and it was like just a gorgeous day, I mean, for me, I would appreciate that, but like you might not appreciate that like as much. You just kind of expect it.
Yeah, it's perspective. 100%. Because it's like people might just look at their life and think it's shit. This is the Kendall Jenner thing that's just sprung to my mind. People might live their life and think, oh, I don't like this, but other people looking in might think you have it all.
Yeah. Kendall Jenner though, that's
Yeah, what do you think to that? We haven't really spoken about it. Obviously, it's probably going to be a bit out of time by the time this goes out.
Yeah, basically.
Just that in general.
Basically, obviously, she was saying, wasn't she, that people... Wait, what was she saying? Was it to do with, like, how people think that she's, like, got this perfect life?
Well, I've actually seen this episode of the Kardashians yet, but it was something to do with, like, she's launched this tequila brand, and she was going for, like, the opening event or something, and she was having to do this big event with lots of people there, and she was saying that she'd rather just be, like, at her farm, and people were like, well, then go to your fucking farm then. Yeah,
you didn't have to go, but then people were saying that the reason why she's gone is because she's getting paid so much money for it, and she's getting paid so much money to literally make an appearance, and the whole time she's moaning that she didn't want to be there. But then, obviously, you could say, why have you got a tequila brand then? If you don't want to go to a party. Because it was a day party as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like a night party. And why launch a tequila brand? But, well, obviously because of money. But then, if you're not drinking it, it's a bit inauthentic.
Yeah.
And go to your farm. Like, I'm sure you get plenty of time, and you can choose your life. Like, you have an element of control. Like, and also, if you don't, what's the point in being rich and having that much money if you still can't do what you want?
People were saying, like, oh, all she had to do was get on a private jet.
Yeah.
Get paid most people's salary, be with her friends, and then get a private jet home.
Yeah.
So that's what's got people triggered. But obviously, she doesn't see her life like that. So I think you can say, oh, there's more good in the world than bad, but not everyone is going to say that, because they might just see their life as shit.
That is so interesting. It's funny how that links. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's the end of this week's episode. Thank you very much for listening or watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.